In the middle of the Atlantic Ocean lies the most remote population center on the planet. Located about 1,732 miles from Cape Town, South Africa, and 1,514 miles from St. Helena. Just think, in this remote corner of the world, COVID never made it there. There is no telephone network and internet access is only available during certain time slots. Tristan da Cunha is an archipelago consisting of 4 main islands: Tristan da Cunha, Inaccessible Island, Nightingale Island and Gough Island. It is part of the British Overseas Territory and is one of the last former colonies which have not yet asked for independence, and wish specifically to retain their link with the United Kingdom. Tristan da Cunha is the largest island and is home to the only human settlement, built on one of the island's 2 flat habitable areas, Edinburgh of the Seven Seas, located on the northern coast. This volcanic island has a mountainous landscape, with Queen Mary's Peak reaching an altitude of 6,750 feet, making it one of the highest and most active volcanoes in the South Atlantic. This towering volcano makes the landscape of Tristan da Cunha truly unique, with its volcanic plains, rugged coastline, and spectacular cliffs. The volcano is active and last erupted in 1961, forcing the island's inhabitants to evacuate and take refuge in the United Kingdom for several years. The eruption began on October 10, 1961, and lasted for about a year. The volcano emitted a large amount of ash and gases, which made the air unbreathable and living on the island impossible. Only in 1963 was the island declared safe. This natural disaster, unfortunately, caused extensive damage, destroying most of the houses and infrastructure. The large lava spill also caused damage to the environment. The ash and gas contaminated the soil and water, making cultivation and fishing difficult at that time. The community of Tristan da Cunha is small, with less than 300 inhabitants. Thinking that the prevalence of genetic diseases such as asthma is about 40%. The reason for this high prevalence is because the inhabitants breed in a small circle. Life on the island is simple. The economy of Tristan da Cunha relies on traditional subsistence farming and fishing to provide the islanders with their own food. Valuable foreign earnings come from fishing for lobsters, which are found abundantly on the island's shores, and then processed in the small factory in the town. Lobsters are so important to the natives of Edinburgh of the Seven Seas that they are even represented in their official flag. Also essential is the sale of stamps and coins, which are highly sought after for their rarity, especially by collectors and enthusiasts from all over the world. Want to know a curious fact about the Tristanian economy? Tristan da Cunha offers the world a special social and economic organization evolved over the years, but based on the principles enunciated by William Glass in 1817 when he established an arrangement based on equality. All Tristan families are farmers, own their own livestock, and take care of potato and vegetable gardens around the houses built by themselves or their ancestors. All land is community-owned, and livestock numbers are tightly controlled both to conserve pasture land and to prevent wealthy families from accumulating wealth. No outsiders are allowed to buy land or settle on Tristan, despite numerous requests. Tourism is almost absent in this remote part of the Atlantic. In order to visit the island, it is advisable to carefully plan the trip even 1 year in advance, since it is strictly necessary to obtain approval from the local authorities, while also proving that you have already purchased your return ticket. Also, the only way to get to Tristan da Cunha is by sea. There are no airports on the island and charter flights are rare and really expensive, which makes this trip quite difficult. At this point you may be wondering, how long does it take to reach the world's most remote human settlement? With the weather in your favor, starting from Cape Town, South Africa, the boat trip takes about 7 days. In bad weather, however, you could be stuck in the middle of the ocean for several days. That's not the end of the story. Once you disembark at Edinburgh of Seven Seas, you don't know exactly when you can return. Usually the waiting time for the return voyage to Cape Town can take several weeks or even months. Because the ships that ply this route are few and have limited passenger seats, 12 to be exact, in addition to the crew. Of course, priority is given to the islanders. Among the dirt roads of Tristan da Cunha, which can only be traveled on foot or by ATVs, there are not only houses and vegetable gardens. Besides the small lobster factory, there are a few stores, a museum, a post office, a grocery store, 2 churches, a hospital, and of course a school. Beyond daily duties, how do its residents entertain themselves? There is a bar and a pub, including a room designated for parties, but it is usually open only on Fridays and Saturdays. So yes, even Tristanians have fun, but discreetly. In short, as you have well understood, there are no tour packages for independent travelers, no hotels, airport, not even tourist restaurants, and the number of visitors is limited. Nevertheless, Tristan da Cunha is one of the most sought-after destinations in the world for travelers determined to find a special place. And as we have already told you, plan carefully, and you will make it. The history of Tristan da Cunha is shrouded in mystery. The first record of European sightings dates back to 1506 when the Portuguese navigator Tristan da Cunha discovered the island, thus giving rise to its name. However, it remained largely uninhabited until the 19th century. It was then colonized by the British, who sent about 80 military personnel to take control of the island when it was feared that the French might use it as a base to free Napoleon Bonaparte, who was taken prisoner on St. Helena after his defeat. Of these 80 military personnel, only very few of them decided to stay on the island, led by Scottish Corporal William Glass and his family, who is considered the founder of the settlement. One of the most amazing things about Tristan is its unique flora and fauna. The island is home to species of seabirds, including Tristan's albatross, Cape penguin, and Tristan's giant petrel. The marine life around the island is equally extraordinary, with the presence of whales, dolphins, and many other species. Botanically, the island is famous for its endemic flora, including mosses, ferns, and flowering plants. Its natural beauty is truly extraordinary. It is a challenge to live in such an isolated place, but the community is strong and resilient. The islanders are proud of their culture and history, and they are determined to preserve their very unique way of life. So, dear listeners, what do you think of this wonderful and remote island? Have we intrigued you enough to immediately want to board a ship to Tristan da Cunha? Or have you already been there? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to our channel and see you in the next video.